How's it going, everybody? It's Alex here on the Ultimate Slow Eagle channel, coming in unprepared as always. But we're playing some more Torch Trophy. In the last video, we got introduced to challenge mode and riding bikes. Today, we're going to be doing the first of the 4 licenses in this game. License school. We got 4 licenses: Novice, Junior, Expert, and Super. We're going to start things off in the Novice because that's the only thing we can do at the moment. 10 tests in each license, all of varying bikes and varying horses. All that stuff. So we're going to start with Braking Basics 1, the first start-stop tests. We're going to start things off in the Yamaha Grand Majesty 250. It was one of the bikes we rode in the previous episode. Okay, here we go. We have 3 requirements here to pass test: bronze, silver, and gold. Now, of everything here, before Gran Turismo Sport, this is probably the easiest. These are probably the easiest ones to gold out of everything. And with motorcycles, you need to brake relatively early. So, right about here is where I need to stop. About the same trophy here. I can do better than that, but I'm just gonna, for these licenses, the first time going around, I'll just blaze right through them, and I'll get the golds off camera, and I'll show off what you get for bronze, silver, and gold as well, in a separate clip. Alright, moving on to N2 with the Honda CBR 600RR. Faster bike, but we're going to need to brake a lot earlier. It's a beautiful bike right there. This is one of the bikes from PGR4 that I rode. It's really good in that game. It's a pretty good bike to have in this game too. Brake! That's too early. But, and I got a sitting time. Cool. Pretty easy goal to get. Some of the tests today are really generous with gold, which is good. Again, 500 meters. Instead of the full kilometer, where it would take forever to stop, of course. That's fine. I know. Okay, riding basics 1 in circles, and we're in the one of the Skyways we rode in the last episode as well. Nice. Okay, circle track. This is not the first game that introduced the circle tracks. We're going to need to practice steering and throttle control. Stay within, I think, 35 to 37 miles an hour, or some 70, or 60, 70 something kilometers an hour, depending on where else in the world you are. 39.12 for gold. Ooh, I got close to the gold there, but again, I'll just get through the tests and get the golds off camera, or just ignore them in general and just tell you guys what you get. All this other stuff. Okay, N4. Now we're going to ride a Yamaha XJR 1300. Heavy bike. This kind of looks a little like a Harley. So we're going to need to practice a little throttle control. Because this bike accelerates pretty fast, so we're going to need to watch the throttle, if I can keep it from going wide. Oh, got gold, and that was pretty test, but I got gold. Awesome. Okay, next test, please. Seem to be doing okay so far, and we're uploading all the other recordings right now. Okay, going to the Yamaha T-Max for the slaloms. And I'm going to tell you right now, I am not a fan of the slaloms. But since novice, I don't think it's going to be too terribly difficult. Tuck. I should have tucked at the start. Oh, failed. I know there's going to be some tests later on where I might end up failing a lot, which I'm not going to spoil on camera. Okay, probably need to tuck just so I can keep the speed high. Whoops. This is a pretty easy slalom though, so I think I'll probably be okay. Just need to change views, probably. Yeah, change to the bumper view. Can't be arsed with the whole chase cam. Whoa, shit. Okay, silver. I'm fine with that. I'm just glad I passed the freaking test. Even in novice, there's probably gonna be some pretty difficult tests here, which I'm not gonna spoil. Even though I played this in Gran Turismo before. Alright, Corning Basics 1. Back in the XJR 1300, and we're riding in Motegi. One of the hairpin, the infamous hairpin in Motegi. Oh, she stayed tucked, but that's fine. It's actually pretty good. And over time, I actually gotten a lot better in most of the tracks. I've gotten a lot better in most of the tracks since I started playing this frequently again. Especially Motegi and in the test of the next track, Laguna Seca. And we're driving a Triumph Speed Sprint ST. Very muscular sounding bike. I don't know why it's not tucking when I'm going. Come on, stay tucked. Oh, I don't think it's doing it in the tests. I think it's just when I'm riding the actual bike. That might be it. That's fine. I did much better than I did back in the past. I couldn't even get past bronze in the past. That was actually really good. Alright. Cool. But again, I've I've gotten a lot better in Laguna Seca and Motegi and Suzuka since I started playing this game again. Alright, El Capitan using the Honda VFR 400R. El Capitan in a car. It's nuts. But adding a motorcycle to it, a recipe for disaster. Alright. Awesome. Nice. I think I could have done a little better on the hair, on some of the turns, but this track has pretty sharp turns. It's been a while. Well, I actually did El Capitan with the Daytona, Triumph Daytona, so it's all good. I'm riding a GSXR 600 in high-speed ring, high-speed cornering. And I do this track. I actually did this track a lot in GT1, so this is probably incredibly easy to do. And I literally practiced this track. Like a little, I think last year. Yeah, last year. So this should be fucking easy to do. Yeah, not too bad. I can get gold off of that. Alright, now we just got one more test, and after doing all the others, you do the final exam. The final exam is always locked until you beat all the other tests in every Gran Turismo game ever. Okay, the graduation test is a 1 lap time trial in Autumn Ring Mini. I practiced this all of last part, so this is going to be easy. And we're in the T-Max again. Even better. Now stay tucked. I'm scraping the exhaust, or whatever I'm scraping. Nice and easy. So far, the only test I failed was in that slalom. Other than that, this license is relatively doable. Awesome. Alright, N10. Alright, novice license complete. And that was pretty quick. Took 13 minutes, no problem. This isn't real. I could probably got it done in about 10 minutes time, and without the fails, but hey, it's all good. Yeah, about 10 minutes I got done with it. Only 2 golds, but I'm not complaining. Qualified rider, Alex. Let's go. Passing the novice class. Sweet! And for getting the license, we have new gear. Oh, that's gonna be good. Yeah, that's a lot of this stuff. You're probably gonna see a lot of helmets. And for getting all silver, more gear. But since we missed out on the gold, I'll show the gold in a separate clip. So yeah, guys, that should be it for today. That was a pretty short episode. It's probably going to be a really short game, too. But with that done, we've unlocked more bikes in challenge mode. We unlocked a non-novice class. That's We unlocked 7 Hondas. And only 3 novice Kawasaki's. So that one's probably gonna go by quick. Alright, and then Suzuki. Only 4 novice Suzuki's. That one's also gonna go by pretty fast. So I think what I'm gonna do is and with Yamaha we unlock 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 novice bikes in Yamaha. So that wraps up for today's episode of Tourist Trophy. Next time we're going to be getting the novice. We're going to start our journey with the novice bikes, starting in Honda. Until then, have a great night, guys, and I'll see you next time.